Hey, this is Jazz, and you're watching Jazz's Rockin Roadshow. I am here with my dear friend, Mr. Utah Burgess. Woo! How you doing, buddy?
Doing well, man. So,
we are in the lovely city of Los Angeles, California, at the famous Griffith Park. Also, at the famous Griffith merry-go-round. You know the stories about this?
I do not.
There's two that come to mind. Now, currently, this is closed. They're going to remodel it. It's like $1 million job. We heard the Uber driver was telling us. But there's two things about this. Some say it's haunted.
Okay.
Some say it's haunted by a little girl that tries to lure children in. And sometimes you hear chimes and other weird audio.
I'll be back.
And then sometimes they say that they see an older gentleman that's a ghost walking up and down some stairs somewhere. So the second thing about this, all right?
Yeah.
If, when it's open, you ride, now there's two different thoughts on this, but some say you have to do one complete rotation on one of the carousel animals holding the reins. Some say it's 3. Either way, I'd do 3 just to make sure. I'd do 4, because then you do 1 and 3, right? Hold the reins, you make a wish, it's going to come true.
Oh, really?
But it's closed. I wish we would get to the segment where I tell you who the musical guest is, but since it's not operational, that may never happen. I might just keep rambling.
Well, you know, one thing about this Griffith Park is it is as big as some states in this country. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, this is the biggest, national park in a city, I think it is. Something like that. Google it, because I'm not, but it's like the biggest one. It's a national park that's in a city. It rivals, and I don't know size comparison, it rivals, the one in New York City, Central Park. Yeah, there you go. All right, so listen, if it's so big, it rivals my ability to just ramble on about stuff. But why are we here? That is the question.
Yes.
We are here because I have a very special musical guest on this episode. And I have been trying to get this guest on for 3-4 months, right? And here's the thing. Our musical guest was originally from Butler, Pennsylvania. She now lives in LA. Incredible music, incredible stories. You are going to love our musical guest. And I'm going to let Utah have the honor of telling you who that guest is, because this is a guy that turned me on to this guest. So we are in LA rather than Pittsburgh this time because she's so busy with her musical career and everything else. We came to her.
There you go.
That's the story, right?
Yeah.
We were going to, in all truth be told, we were going to do an interview with her several months ago when she happened to be in Butler.
Yeah, she was playing the Penn Theater.
Yes, and we couldn't make it work because I was flying in from somewhere and she was flying out. So here we are. Anyways, who is our musical guest on this episode of Jazz's Rockin Roadshow?
It is Little Luna.
Little Luna. I love it. You're going to love this. Let's check out a performance.
Let's do it.
From Little Luna on Jazz's Rockin Roadshow.
Have fun.
Yeah, what am I doing? We always do a breath before we do things. Yeah. So if everyone would just take a breath, inhale through your nose, exhale out your mouth. Luki. Peace, love, and Little Luna. That's like our pre-show ritual. All right, great.
Pretty sure I know how to say it, but I'm always holding back my tongue. Scared I lost my words in the waves of what I need, what I want. I always thought I had to talk like this, I had to walk like that, but now I won't. I think that I was supposed to be somebody else. I don't know me anymore, so I've been shedding my skin, versions of me unraveling, talking to map on the metro, but it's teaching me to trust myself. Right now that's a hard pill to swallow, but I need what I want. And I always thought I had to talk like this, I had to walk like that, but now I won't. I think that I was supposed to be somebody else. I don't know me anymore, so I've been shedding my skin, versions of me unraveling, talking to the good girl I've been for the last time, for the last time. Shedding my skin, versions of me unraveling, talking to the good girl I've been for the last time, for the last time. Shedding my skin, versions of me unraveling, talking to the good girl I've been for the last time, for the last time. I'm shedding my skin, I'm unraveling, talking to the good girl, I'm talking to the good girl for the last time, for the last time.
I think I found the body. Jimmy Hoffa. That's where Jimmy Hoffa is, folks. Jimmy Hoffa is buried by the Griffith merry-go-round in Griffith Park. I can't say that word Griffith. I want to say Griffin. It's a much easier word for me to say. Griffith.
Well, yeah, you know, you leave the T out of things.
I leave a lot of things. I was telling a joke about a motorcycle the other day, right? I told the whole joke. Everybody laughs. About an hour later, one girl goes, I didn't understand that joke. I'm like, well, what didn't you understand about it? She said, I don't know what a motorcycle is. I'm like, motorcycle. It's a Pittsburghian accent. I can't help it if you're from California and you can't understand Pittsburghanese. That ain't on me. So Utah and I are here waiting for little Luna to arrive. We're about a half hour early because LA traffic, you never know, 6 miles can take you 10 minutes or 2 hours. All right, folks, the big moment is here. I think it's her in that car right there with maybe her guitar player behind. Hello! Ladies and gentlemen, people of the grand jury, little Luna has arrived. Ladies and gentlemen, the one, the only, little Luna.
And her chairs.
Some fancy. Do you tour with these chairs?
I don't, but I do like to take some sort of stool with me.
Excellent.
Yeah. I like the moon on your shirt.
Oh, yeah. Representing Appalachian Honey. So.
This is so fun.
I'm Jazz.
Hi. So lovely to meet you. I know.
as well.
It's a hot one.
Yeah.
I can't believe you're here.
Oh, I know. He
This
said
is
he
so
wanted to go see her, and I'm
awesome.
like, oh, I'll go then.
That's so awesome. I truly can't believe you're
Bob was
here.
pretty thrilled about it, too.
For everybody in TV land out there, I have to tell them what happened. So what you're actually going to hear is the second performance of every song. Not because of them. Oh, and he's getting it on camera too. But because of me, I had a faulty SD card for the recording. So we went through and we're like, maybe we should check that before we fly all the way back to Pittsburgh. And thank goodness he made me check it. And
I think it was Luke's idea, but you're welcome.
Yes. Thanks, Luke.
Woo, good to check.
And so I checked it, and the first song was there. All right, cool, we're good. Well, let's check the second song. The second song's there until about the second chorus or so. At 10 minutes in, my SD card just shut off. And so we're going to do all the songs.
Do it all again.
Again. So thank you.
Of course.
And I like it because I'm singing along. I'm like the biggest fan over here singing along. So if you hear like
you were I feel like singing every word.
If you hear somebody singing off key, it's me, not Little Luna. Little Luna doesn't sing off key.
Let's do it.
All right.
Let's do it.
I am Little Luna, and we got Luke V on guitar here today. And this next song that I have, it's the only love song I've ever written. It's called To Love You. And, at some point I'll probably write another one. But for now, this is the only one that I have. And it's a big old love song. If you listen to the original version, you'll hear big drums, stadium feel. But for today, I'm very excited to play this stripped down acoustic version for you. This is To Love You.
Few years on my own, and let me tell you all something. I go on my walks in the sun, 'cause I'm alone, I'm not rushing. But no more love, a burning building's what the fire department's for. But you said my name with that stare, and now I guess I feel something. We talk so much I forget to sleep. I've seen you 7 days this week, and I'm trying to find the words for how it feels to love you. Oh my God, like there was nothing before you, like a light on in the grocery line. Oh, how it feels to love you. Oh my God. So come on, give me a run for all that I've got. Then I'll tell you when the money's gone. Faces in pain 'cause I'm smiling so hard when you write me back. Nothing is there that would force us to stay, and I like that. Drunk in love, remember the time you stuck your car keys in my door. You make me laugh when we dance, I don't wonder where we're at. You were the person I couldn't find, and some gates fall in the blink of the light. And I'm trying to find the words for how it feels to love you. Oh my God, like there was nothing before you, like a light on in the grocery line. Oh, how it feels to love you. Oh my God. So come on, give me a run for all that I've got, and I'll tell you when the money's gone. Oh, 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 how it feels to love you. Oh my God, like there was nothing before you, like a light on in the grocery line. Oh, how it feels to love you. Oh my God. So come on, give me a run for all that I've got, and I'll tell you when the money's gone. Terracotta coat on at the Canyon Cafe. Conjure ghosts before me, question those who paved the way. Sing to me, Lennon, let the band play. I'll be dreaming in the garden of the world you came to shape. And I get lost in my changing, wonder, is this where you go when you were hazy? No one can sing just like you did. And all the voices wrapped around me are my friends. Seasons change and love will end. But if I could, I'd die to go right back again. Yeah, if I could, I'd die to go right back again. Memories and people tend to lie, but lately I'm the type that doesn't mind. Just sing to me, let the band play. I'll be dreaming in the garden of the world you came to shape. And no one can sing just like you did. And all the voices wrapped around me are my friends. Seasons change and love will end. But if I could, I'd die to go right back again. Ooh. I wonder, is this where you'd go when you were hazy? To Griffith Park, no one can sing just like you did. And all the voices wrapped around me are my friends. Seasons change and love will end. But if I could, I'd die to go right back again. Yeah, if I could, I'd die to go right back again.
So this next song, Terre Haute, I recorded it in London, which I've had the opportunity to make a few songs there now. And when I walked in with the producer that day, I didn't know what I wanted to write about, which is very unlike me. I always go into a session knowing what I want to sing about. And I told the producer this, and we'd worked together before, and he said, well, you know, I woke up with some chords stuck in my head, which you're about to hear from Luke V. And as soon as he played the chords, I instantly literally heard the words in my head, Terre Haute, and that's the city that my aunt suddenly passed away in when I was 8. And so I said, all right, Nana, I'm supposed to make a song about you today, I guess, which pretty hard to articulate losing someone you love. So this song is for anyone who's lost anyone that they love.
Having a lot to lose, oh to lose. And you think you drive the quickest route, yeah you do. But let me tell you quick, I've been through hell and back. In the deep and dark I found myself, and I've lied enough to know what's true. Oh, I do. Oh, I do. Found my friends when I was alone. Made a home way out on the road. I left a part of me back in Terre Haute. And I'm sitting outside. The sun's in my eyes, and my eyes. And I'm thinking of you. I've been living my life head high, open-minded and ready to fight, arms wide, and I blame it on you. When you're 8, of course, you hate the night. It's alright. You feel your room but can't see a light. Oh, the fright. And you're no longer here, but I still hear your voice. I wish we could just hug again, but but I know you talk to me in signs all the time. And I'm sitting outside, outside. The sun's in my eyes, and my eyes, my eyes. And I'm thinking of you. Ooh. And since that drive I've been living my life head high, open-minded and ready to fight, arms wide, and I blame it on you. So yeah, I'm on my own, but so far from alone. Damn, thank you, Terre Haute. So yeah, I'm on my own, but so far from alone. Damn, thank you, Terre Haute. And I'm sitting outside, outside. The sun's in my eyes, my eyes, my eyes. And I'm thinking of you. Since that drive I've been living my life head high, open-minded and ready to fight, arms wide, and I blame it on you.
So this next song that we have for you is my song 9 Lives. And speaking of making music in London, I started this song in London, finished it in Los Angeles. It took 2 countries, 5 songwriters, 4 producers, 1 Luke V on guitar, and 1 Little Luna to make this song come to life. This is 9 Lives.
Feels like the walls get taller every time I get closer, shaking my head to rattle out a wire. My skin is as thick as ever. Guess some patterns keep a catcher. Guess I'm just a little harder to rewire. And I feel like I live 9 lives on the run. I'm just a little lost in love. It was real, we just changed. I'm not who I was. I'm just a little lost in love, trying to remember who I am. And I feel like I live 9 lives on the run. I'm just a little lost in love. Ooh, 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 hey. You ever just fan the fire, talk down to your inner child? I know how to really lay the paint on thick, and I feel my heart open, so I know I can do it again. And I'll dance barefoot outside the bar till I remember who I am. And I feel like I live 9 lives on the run. I'm just a little lost in love. It was real, we just changed. I'm not who I was. I'm just a little lost in love, trying to remember
We have one last song for you today, and it's my favorite song that I've ever written. It's called Wildflower Woman, and I'm quite passionate about wildflowers because they grow on the side of the highway in the trash with the semi-trucks flying by, at least here in Los Angeles, and they remain so soft and resilient and powerful and grounded, and I think that is us as people. How do we go through this life that is so freaking hard, but not be hardened by it, but remain soft and open and grounded like a wildflower? So this is Wildflower Woman.
Here I am, float away. I look to land any place, blooming on the highway side. Maybe I could hitch a ride anywhere alone to feel understood. So baby, I'll be growing where I'm going. I'll be growing anywhere I am is where my home is, where my home is. I don't wanna be nice, get some dirt and sunlight, live my life, 'cause I know I'll be growing where I'm going. I'll be growing. I'm a wildflower woman, wildflower. Learn to love, fight or flight. Broken heart, I'll survive. Babe, I know better home. I didn't know the wind would blow. I wanna be alone and feel understood. So baby, I'll be growing where I'm going. I'll be growing anywhere I am is where my home is, where my home is. And I don't wanna be nice, get some dirt and sunlight, live my life, 'cause I know I'll be growing where I'm going. I'll be growing. I'm a wildflower woman, wildflower. I'm a wildflower woman, wildflower. I'm a wildflower in my heart. It's who I am, it's what I want. So I'll be out in the sun. I know sometimes I'm thin and scorched. It's part of life, and life is short. So I'll be out in the sun. A wildflower in my heart. It's who I am, it's what I want, and I'll call anywhere home.
The birds are singing with us. Thank you. Thank you so much.
I'm recording solo in these, so as long as this red light's on and that red light on,
Your red light's on. Is my red light on?
your red light is on. Let our red light shine. All right.
This little red light of mine.
It's gonna
let it
shine,
shine.
shine, shine.
I think those are the original. Oh,
This is not my day.
wait, that's so funny though. Like, please put that clip in. That's so funny.
Everybody, normally I do this section of the show back at the studio, but I'm still in LA with my dear, dear friend, Little Luna.
Thank you for having me, Jazz.
You don't know how much this means to me to have you on my show. I have literally turned you on to so many people in the Pittsburgh area. Yeah, I just tell, so I have a little story before we do this interview. I'll keep it real short. So I was doing a show for a graduation, and we were playing music through the system in this big arena before the show. And I said, hey, let me play you something. And we put 9 Lives on, and that whole place was bouncing. I need you to know that. Like, I literally get emotional when I think about it, because you've written songs that, like, the first time I heard that, this is beyond, like, this is gonna go somewhere.
Thank you.
I want to know your whole story, and I think I know a little bit of it because I did some research, but I want to hear it from you. How did you end up? I should say you're an honorary member of the 412, because I know you're 724. I saw the phone number. But how did you end up from Butler, Pennsylvania, clear out in Los Angeles? Please.
Well, first of all, just thank you for sharing that. I wish I could have been there to hear it in a stadium. I feel like you, in part, have manifested that for my future when I get to play my songs in a stadium one day. And every song that I write is truly from my heart, from my diary, from my journey of just figuring out being a human on this planet. And so it doesn't surprise me, I guess is the right word, that like whatever, I guess what I'm trying to say is when someone hears my song and it pings them, that makes sense to me because I am very intentionally trying to create music that is truthful to me. And so therefore, when it resonates with someone else, it kind of pings and feels like truth to them. So it doesn't mean everyone's going to like my music, and they don't need to. Art is so subjective. But when it hits you, it hits you. And that's something that I try to make sure I have in each of my songs is just my own truth. And then that will resonate with people as it does. So thank you for sharing that. And the journey, to keep this on the shorter side for the interview, is I was a child actor from 12 basically until a few years ago. And I would travel back and forth from Butler to Los Angeles every fall and every spring to audition for TV shows, films, commercials. And each time that I came out, I was fortunate enough to book something. And so then my parents thought, okay, well, you know, let's go out again and see what happens. And they're not stage parents, thankfully, but they're just deeply supportive. And this, I guess, to even take it one step back, I did a 6th grade musical in my little town of Center Township, Pennsylvania, and truly thank God for schools still having art programs at that time. We need to keep art in schools for this reason, because I booked the 6th grade musical. I had never done any bit of acting. I had never sang. My friends just, you know, they're like, you like to talk a lot, you should audition. And I did, and I booked the lead. And even though it was just a 6th grade musical, my elementary school put it on like a full-blown production. And I got to sing and act. And so from there, that's when I started taking acting lessons that led to me signing with an acting manager and acting agent in Los Angeles, coming back and forth, as I just mentioned, for all of those years. And then after I graduated high school, I moved here to pursue acting full-time. Now, in the last decade, I realized that when I signed with that first acting manager, I had fully had it in my head that I was only an actor. Like, that's what all my training's in, that's what my life's like work is I'm an actor. And so it wasn't until about 5 years ago that I allowed myself to start making music and sing, because that very first introduction into performing was singing and acting, and I loved both. But then I got signed for acting, so I really embodied that as this is what you're allowed to take up space in. And then it was brewing in me for many years, a little, you know, voice of like, you want to be saying your own words. You don't want to be reading someone else's lines. You want to be saying your own lines. And I eventually let that little voice nag me enough until 5 years ago when I wrote and put out my first song, Shift and Go. And then since then, I have been, you know, full-time creating music for Little Luna. And I mean, not full-time, I'm an independent artist, so I fund my career by being a nanny and a yoga teacher and other random, like, odd jobs, anything I can do to fund the art. But as far as a career path goes, it's full-time Little Luna. And what I've got to experience and do in these 5 years has been just incredible. It really felt like I started this journey, and I feel very fortunate enough to have been in this city, in this industry, just genuinely meeting people and making relationships for about 15 years. So when I transitioned into music, I'm very thankful that I had people to call to be like, hey, how do I do this? And do you know anyone who would want to make a song with me? And like, you know, songwriters that I've met over time, like, hey, would you want to write a song with me? And I've been very blessed that people have said yes and helped me figure out how to do it. Yeah. Because everything I'm doing, I'm just making it up as I go.
Well, you're making it up quite well. Thank goodness that you had a revelation 5 years ago, because your art, there, you know, all I can think of, there's an authenticity to it. When I see you just dancing, having a great time with those headphones on and you're singing, and then when I see you in the back of the El Camino in the other one, and then I see the home movies from Europe in Wildflower Woman, you all have homework to do. Watch her videos. They are freaking awesome. But it draws me in. Like when you're writing, when you're singing about the wildflowers, in my mind, and you can tell me if I'm right or wrong, but that song is a metaphor about you. You're talking about those flowers, but it's really about you, and you're wherever the wind blows you, and your freedom almost. And it's almost like being a singer, being an actor. Am I even close?
You're close in that it is absolutely about me. And that's why I'm really passionate about singing that song live at my concerts, because it's about me, but then it's about us as people, our own individual journey through this very hard life. And so, of course, I'm singing through the lens of my journey, right? But my greatest hope is that it would resonate with people exactly like that, that it's about yourself.
Right, because the audience ultimately makes it their song.
Absolutely. Yeah. And as far as the videos go, thank you. Do your homework, watch my videos, because as I said, I'm an independent artist. I fund everything myself. And the videos for me, I think because I came from the film and TV background, the visuals are very important. I knew, and I have an incredible creative manager. He and I make most of my visual content together. And I knew when I put out that first song, like I knew from the get-go what the colors would be, what it would look like, what the font of Little Luna would be. All the visuals are very important, because I think it's another way for you, the listener, to be able to perhaps connect with me. And maybe it is a video that draws you in first. Maybe it is just hearing a song on, Spotify or Apple or wherever you get your music that draws you in first. But the videos, I've just learned, once again, I knew what I wanted it to be, but the execution of how to make it happen, just been figuring it out as I go. And I direct most of the music videos myself, style them myself. And now with the last few, I've been learning a whole editing program so I can edit them and color them and just try to be as hands-on with my art as possible. And, part of that is because there's just not finances to hire a whole team. Like most artists that you see today, there's an entire team behind them, and there's thousands and thousands spent in the marketing of you getting that song on your feed or on your Instagram or, and that's not anything negative. That's just that's how all of life is, whatever your business is. But in the meantime, until I have a mighty team around me, I try to do everything I can to be self-sustained, but giving you all so much to listen to and dive into, which brings us to the yoga, as you touched on. I've taught yoga and meditation for the last 10 years. So being able, for me, a lot of my creative ideas and juices come to me from practicing yoga and meditation. A lot of ideas will come to me in meditation or laying in shavasana, which is the final resting pose at the end of a yoga class. And for me, it is imperative that everything I do with my music feels like me. And there's no way that I could make music and not include some version of my yoga practice or meditation. So each of my EPs end with a 25-minute guided meditation. The first EP I put out takes you through a forest, and the second takes you through a garden. And it doesn't matter if anyone's ever meditated or not before, or what religion you practice. It's just a visualization for you to go through to strengthen your imagination skills. Because I really think that no matter what your career is, no matter what job you're working in this lifetime, we could all benefit from our imagination being stronger and our childlike sense of wonder not being just, you know, put out like a flame because of how hard it is to be alive in this world, in this timeline.
You know, talking about the videos, I have so many questions going through my head and so many comments. I'm trying to let you speak because it's so fascinating for me. But what I find too that I think you're doing right is you're building that organic fan base through your videos, not just the music videos, but you know, the yoga, and then you had a short one. I think you were talking about the butterfly was a sign. Am I right on that? Yeah. Was that for Terre Haute?
Yeah. Well, sharing the signs. That's a whole other tangent, but basically, if you can't tell, I'm a huge hippie. I love everything from the 1970s, but I'm alive in 2025, and I feel like I see signs in my life often. And Terre Haute, exactly. Actually, I filmed that music video on Super 8 here in Griffith Park with my creative manager. And as soon as we finished the video, we were driving down the hill and I saw 2 deer. And Terre Haute is about my aunt who passed away. And before my aunt passed away, she always said, if you ever see 2 deer, it's me and her mom, so my grandma. And the song ended, we finished the video, and as we're still driving, because we shot the video in my car, we come around the corner and there's 2 deer. So I do talk often about just the different signs and the way things pop up into my life. And I feel like I'm more perceptive to seeing that stuff because I take time to meditate and slow down and just like tune inward for a little bit.
Butterflies, deer. I was almost right.
Almost.
Almost.
You know,
well,
one flies, one.
Yeah. Well, what it is, it's butterfly season, and I have a butterfly bush in my backyard, and there's all the little so
that's very special. Butterflies are magical.
Yeah,
they go from caterpillars into butterflies. Actually, my song Last Time is really about the metamorphosis of a caterpillar to butterfly. So
I love that song.
It all ties in.
I love that song. So here's the burning question that I have for everybody for the Pittsburgh fan base. You know, there's people that watch this show everywhere, but for the Pittsburgh fan base, when you come to Pittsburgh to play a show?
Yins want me to come back.
Yins is because it's more than just a few. Yins is got to have her play in Pittsburgh.
Yinsers want me to come back with my terrible towel in my pocket. I would love to. I have different goals that I set for myself, and I'd really love to have my first Pittsburgh show be when I'm on a tour with another artist, like opening for another artist, or if life would have it, as my own headlining show. But there's still a lot of groundwork to be laid for me to build my audience and let people know my music exists, which is why I'm so grateful to do this interview. So thank you. But I think Pittsburgh time, my idea will be when I'm opening for another band.
All right, fair enough.
And then I'll get to invite everyone. And I did do a show this summer in Butler, and it was right in downtown Butler at the Penn Theater. It was a movie theater I grew up going to that was shut down for many years, and now it's been turned into a music venue. And my family reunion got turned into like a benefit concert for the Penn Theater, in which myself and my cousins performed my Little Luna discography at the Penn Theater. So if you were there, it was actually awesome. I feel like your cousin's family reunion turned benefit concert could be really lame, but it was great. It was great. And I think that's the only show I'll do for a bit until I can be a part of a tour.
And if I'm not mistaken, because I think that's when I tried to have you were in Pittsburgh, and I think I was flying in and you were flying out, and we were going to try to do a show, and it just didn't link up. So that's
and I don't play any instruments yet. Yeah. I'd love to learn the guitar eventually. There are so many hours in the day, and right now I'm CEO and social media manager and editor and director and songwriter and all the things of Little Luna. So I will learn the guitar eventually, but in the right now, I'm juggling the plates for what can I do to put my music out now. And for that home show, I also didn't have a guitarist available. So I just would have been singing a cappella, which is fine, but hopefully you'll enjoy this more. If we would have linked up then. If we would have linked up then.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and for the Penn Theater show, it was my cousins, which was great, but different vibe.
So I do think I saw you playing a bass guitar in one of your videos.
Oh yeah, I've learned enough bass to be able to play Last Time. Let me rephrase this. I don't know what I'm doing. I have no idea. If you told me what the chords are I don't know. That's not the world that I came from. eventually would love to learn those things. But I am great at memorization. And so I did learn how to play last time on the bass for the music video.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'm not going to fake it. I have to know how to really play it. And then I learned how to play Lennon for the Lennon music video. But outside of that, no idea what I'm doing.
I always seem to overlook that. That's a beautiful song. And
Thank you.
For whatever reason, like, I don't think of it as quickly as I think of your other songs. And then every time you play it, I'm like, I'm singing along again.
Yeah.
Y'all couldn't see on the camera. On that note, I would love to stay here and chat with you forever because I'm having so much fun, but you've been so gracious with your time. Utah and I have to catch an airplane to
I just
get
gotta hit the
back.
flight.
Are we allowed to tell the audience what today is? Today's a special day for you. Now,
Today is a special day. You're going to be watching it after the fact.
Sure.
But today is a release day for me. I just released my new song, Ain't Nothing to It. And it's my most, in my opinion, like rock song yet. And I love it. We released the song today, the music video that goes with it. And the music video is actually from this month. I was able to sell out the Roxy Theater on the Sunset Strip with another band. And thank you. And we recorded like bits and pieces of that set. And I wanted to release that as the video that goes with the song. Because there's something about this song that once you see it live, that's where it really hits. I hope you enjoy the recording, but if you see it in person in concert, it absolutely rips.
when we're done here, I'm gonna run straight to YouTube and Spotify and check it out.
Yeah.
And the other thing we should say, like, you're taking your time to do this for us, which is wonderful, but that phone you've been checking it and doing it because I know what it's like to this is your big day. So congratulations on that.
Thank you.
Is there anything that you would like that we didn't talk about that you'd just like to tell everybody before we?
I would just say, if you liked my music, if you liked the songs, please hit follow on Spotify or on Apple Music. Hit subscribe on YouTube. It really actually does make a difference to an independent artist to have it's not about the numbers, but to just have people that are engaged in the beginning stages. It's literally, and even the fans that I do have right now are part of the reason why I get to move forward at all. And so if you're sitting at home watching this and you think that, it wouldn't matter either way, it does matter, and I'd greatly appreciate it. So that's all I'll say. I'm always writing new music, new videos will come out. I've already got to go on a mini tour and a full tour this year, so I know I eventually will be playing live in your city. And I don't know, I think it's kind of fun. If you find me now, you get to be here at the beginning with me.
That's right. And we're here at the beginning.
Yeah, you guys are here at the beginning.
Yes. I can't wait to see you again. You are always welcome. Anytime you're in Pittsburgh, you call me up. I'll put you on the show anytime you want to be on.
Thank you.
Thank you from the bottom of my heart. Everybody, check out Little Luna. I'm going to say that again. Check out Little Luna. You have to say it 3 times for it to stick. Check out Little Luna. And thank you for joining us on Jazz's Rockin Roadshow. Till next time.
Thank you. And thank you so much for having me. Seriously. Thank you. Thank you.
So we just finished recording the Little Luna interview and all that. And then I made my intern, Utah, made him carry the 2 stools that we had clear up to the park. It's like a mile away.
Wow. I went from +1 to intern.
Yeah, really fast. That's what happens if you don't mind your manners around me. I'll tell you what, Utah, I know I'm not going to live this down from you. You've been on your best behavior about my equipment failure. But I know years from now, when we're older and grayer, and in wheelchairs and my false teeth are falling out, and be like, remember that time we flew clear to LA and you had all that equipment failure? And I'm gonna be like, really? 30 years later, we're still talking about this.
Let it go.
He's never gonna let it die.
I can tell you this though. I'm very happy for you because I know how excited you were for this opportunity. I'm very happy for Little Luna because just the trajectory she is on is simply amazing. You've seen it in the show tonight.
She's doing it right. She really, and the positive, I could have cried whenever my equipment failed, and they were so professional about it. They're like, well, we got to do it again then. And a lot of artists would have been like, dude, come on, seriously? But they're on the right path, so I wish them nothing but the best. And then that interview and the whole performance did mean a lot to me. So I don't fly across the country for just anybody. 2 bands, Little Luna and Sour Mash. Maybe Noble Hops.
Better.
Maybe.
Yeah.
If they let me play guitar on a song. Let's go to the airport. We got to get out of here.
We're in trouble here. We got a long ways to go, and it's stacked up on the highway out there to no end.
All right.
We're in a jam. We're in a pickle here, Jazz.
Yeah. I don't know if y'all know this, but in LA, going 6 miles could take 10 minutes or an hour and a half. So we're going to the airport. See ya.